Okay, it says it's on. Let's text everybody. Let's see. Goodness gracious, what a mess. I'll just give it a second for a couple of people to find the new stream. That was so weird. I was doing my live. I was close to 2 hours in and I lost my connection. Anna Bees, I think I hit a sore topic. I don't think I'm supposed to discuss that stuff. Maybe it was the bag. So, did you hear the part where I asked you if you could spell out phonetically the Baglioni, whatever the name of that company is? The one that I showed the picture of the icky teddy bear thing? It was the damn bags. So, did you hear the part where I asked if you would do the thing phonetically for me? Because you're so good with that. And right after I asked was when I realized, because I was still trying to get caught up with all the comments, and then I realized that it was doing that. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Well, it is a really sore topic. I understand that. It's not a happy subject, but we're here to discuss important news, right? I don't know how to pronounce it. No, we didn't hear you ask that. Well, I'm just glad that I was devoted to getting caught up with the live chat because it's terrible when I have lost the connection, lost the live stream, and I don't realize it because I'm not up to speed with the chat. That is really annoying. And I think I pretty much got to all the topics that I have written down. And, my problem is, especially when it gets later at night, if I don't have it written down, I can't even think of it, even though there's so much good stuff to discuss. Oh, I wanted to play that one video at the 4-minute mark, the Terri Moran video from earlier today on MSNBC or MS Now, I mean. But yeah, also I said the word, the Hannibal Lecter word. I actually said that word, and maybe that's what did it. Oh, I looked up Kate Spade is from Kansas City, and I'm positive that David Spade is from Scottsdale, Arizona, which is funny since you're from both Arizona and Kansas City. That is interesting, huh? So yes, all of this stuff. Cut the feed. Was it Terry who said this quote about the angry orange man? The way he was talking about the war in Iran, he said he's like a man yelling at an earthquake to stop. I think that was a quote that I wrote down from Terri Moran. It was a quote from somebody talking about the Supreme Leader. I didn't think of it that way. I promise I don't know either one of them. I know I was going to make a joke about like you being in on some crazy conspiracy with them, but we don't need to joke about such things. There's enough of that crap going on for real, huh? Like, it is weird that David Spade was very tight with Heather Locklear, who is loosely related to Donald Trump. Oh, yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Okay. So let me see if I can play this little clip. It's saying you're not there yet. Am I in the wrong place? That's what Patricia says. And I think I need to delete one of the other streams, because the first time I tried to bring it back on. Oh, should we listen to this Adam Mockler video that's an hour old? It says, "Breaking news, the world just abandoned Trump." That's positive, huh? I'm going to play part of it. And then I'll get to that other one, the Terri Moran one on MS Now from earlier today.
Maybe the most self-defeating chain of events that we've seen in modern American history. After Donald Trump told some of our allies to essentially F off, that we don't need their help after we started a war with Iran, he is now circling all the way around and asking our allies for help because Iran is strategically cutting off the United States and Israel from access to the Strait of Hormuz. Now, of course, the Strait of Hormuz...
Okay, but think about this, Annabise. This war for Israel, do you think Charlie would have supported it? And he's not around anymore, huh? Isn't that interesting?
Is a narrow pathway near Iran where about 20 to 25% of the world's daily oil supply flows through. So when Iran cut that off, it spiked oil prices, it screwed over the Trump administration, and that was the goal of Iran, to inflict maximum damage, not only via military casualties, but also through economic damage, making sure the American people feel the effects of this. And the war is not over. It is not nearly over. Do not believe the administration when they say that. And I want to walk you through the series of events that we've seen recently, because it has backfired so absurdly on Donald Trump. So let's just lead off with the breaking news, because we want to dive in with the strongest story. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the Adam Mockler feed, by the way. We are getting closer and closer to 2 million subscribers. That's because of you all. We are a Gen Z build company. Our team is Gen Z. We continue to build towards a better America, building a community with you all. So the news is Trump calls for allied warships to secure the Strait of Hormuz. He's asking them to help put their assets and resources on the line to protect the United States.
And Adam Mockler is the one, I believe he's 23 years old. He kind of made a name for himself, I think, mostly with his debating skills. But he dropped out of college. I forget where he went to college. Oh, and I looked it up. University of Pennsylvania is one of the 8 Ivy League schools. I didn't think it was, but it is. Billy, woohoo, you're here. So cool to see you. So we were just playing a new Adam Mockler video, and I had done like a 2-hour live almost and lost the stream because I was talking about Hannibal Lecter type of stuff and other things that I think made the stream go away. But you can catch that later on the replay if you want to. It's lovely to see you, my dear. How are you doing? I'll let you answer while I let this keep playing.
States. He's saying multiple other countries will join the United States to keep the critical shipping lane, quote, open and safe. But so far, no nations have confirmed plans. They've essentially abandoned us. They have not confirmed plans. And just think about this. Donald Trump has spent the past 1 year and 2 months telling all of these countries to F off, quite literally sticking up the middle finger to them and placing tariffs on every single country,
Patricia.
Except for Russia and North Korea, which is absurd to me. He let these authoritarian countries off the hook. He helped their economy.
Yeah, insane. I hadn't even thought about that with all the tariffs and the not Russia and the not North Korea. So glad you found it, Patricia. Yeah, I did set up a one that I called Restart, and then it didn't work. And then I restarted my whole computer, and then I called it something else, whatever this one is called, Renew or something different. Thanks for coming back. And now we've got Billy with us too.
While tariffing our allies, while leaking text messages with the Prime Minister of Norway and the leader of France, while bullying the Prime Minister of Norway over a Nobel Peace Prize they don't even have control over. That's a separate in a sovereign board that has nothing to do with Norway. So it's absolutely absurd. But I want to walk back a few days ago, because just 4 or 5 days ago, Donald Trump sent out this post telling the United Kingdom to F off, basically making fun of them, sticking up the middle finger to Keir Starmer and the United Kingdom.
Well, I think he's shitting bricks for a lot of reasons. Am I 7 minutes in? Yeah, I'm 10 minutes in. I can say the S word. But the UK, what they've done with not only Andrew, but also, is it Mendelsohn, Peter Mendelsohn? That's making Donnie very nervous.
He said, quote, "The United Kingdom, our once great ally, maybe the greatest of them all, is finally giving serious thought to sending 2 aircraft carriers to the Middle East. That's okay, Prime Minister Starmer. We don't need them any longer, but we will remember. We don't need people that join wars after we've already won." Oh my lord. Since this has happened, we've seen 6 more U.S. service members die. We've seen oil prices spike further. The war has deepened. The war has lengthened. We are burning through U.S. munitions. The key point that I want to make as well is that we're spending $1 to $2 billion a day on a war that will add more debt after we've already added $8 trillion.
Okay, I got to stop right here because my belief, I think I just came up with this today, is that our dear leader is trying to bankrupt the country so that the country doesn't have to pay its bills, just like he did with all of his companies.
$1 billion from Middle Eastern wars. Since 2000, $8 trillion has been added to our debt from forever wars. We now pay $1 trillion per year just on the interest of our debt. That is amassing and accumulating and compounding, and my generation is going to have to take care of that. You guys are going to have to take care of that. We're all in this together. It's absolutely absurd that we are now in more forever wars. For the same amount of money, we could have provided ACA subsidies, secured Ukraine, and helped people with education for the same amount of money. It's absurd that we're spending this much on war. Ian Bremmer points out, Trump last Saturday was essentially saying, we don't need British ships. We will remember. We don't need people that join wars after we've already won. He was just being a sassy prick for no reason, right? And then Trump this Saturday, today, March 14th, said, quote, "Hopefully the United Kingdom will send ships so that the Strait of Hormuz will no longer be threatened." Bro, you can't have it both ways. You can't relentlessly and endlessly bully, intimidate our allies more so than our enemies and expect them to come help us. Now, the reality is,
well, I think that his ally is Daddy Vladdy and Bibi. He's not allied with the leaders that have typically been in good alliances with our other presidents, like Kim Jong-un in his first term. The way he was sucking up to Kim Jong-un was freaking crazy. Batshit crazy. Happy Saturday night, you all. Billy Blush, is that the same as Billy? Is that a new Billy? Lovely to see you either way. Happy Saturday night to everybody here for sure. All right. Should we keep playing this, Adam Mockler? It's just like another 4 minutes, I think.
over the next 7 days, we all have a vested interest as a world, as a globe, to bring down oil prices and to end this war and to stop the suffering of the Iranian people and other service members. I mean, it's worth mentioning hundreds of people have died in Lebanon, not even attached to this war. They just died because Donald Trump and Netanyahu decided to start it. And now Donald Trump is acting like a leader who has like bipolar disorder. One day he's attacking our allies, the next day he needs our allies' help while he gets us into more and more trouble. And the new reporting is, the more breaking news here, Iran announces the Strait of Hormuz is open to all countries except the United States, Israel, and their allies. So they're essentially abandoning.
Now, I got to give it to Iran, man. They have been very strategic with precision in handling themselves with this whole situation.
Us and our allies, which Iran, the regime, is an authoritarian theocratic regime that represses its people. But we at least had some sort of mutual agreement when multiple parties on the planet are able to reach an agreement to trade in a free manner or semi-free manner, beautiful things can happen. That's where innovation occurs. That's where prices lower. We've had an understanding and agreement with them. Trump just blew that up. Here's the Iranian foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, on MS Now.
Is there any sign that Iran is prepared to allow passage of the Straits of Hormuz? Will the Straits of Hormuz remain closed so long as this war continues?
Well, as a matter of fact, the Strait of Hormuz is open. It is only...
Oh, sorry, we have an ad. Skip.
All right, forgive us. We're going to do some breaking news instead right now. We've got some
Wait
news
a
from the
second.
Justice Department and the Federal Reserve. Let's bring it.
This is super annoying. Okay. Let me get this queued back up to where we was and then get caught up with you guys. So Granny Annie found it again. That was weird, wasn't it? Losing the feed. I think you're not supposed to talk about the Hannibal Lecter stuff and that whole thing with that bag company. I won't even try to say their name. But that was gross. That freaking ad campaign that you were talking about, Annie Ruler. That was insanity. And I think that's what got the feed cut. But I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just a glitch, just a glitch in the system. Those things happen. They just seem to happen at very precise times, right? It's a Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money because I just got paid. That's cute. Cat Stevens. I love that song. I know a lot about Cat Stevens, and when he went off grid, somebody had given him for his birthday the Quran, a copy of the Quran, and he read it, and then he went to whatever country that he went to and gave away all of his possessions, all his money, and then he came back a couple of years ago and explained himself. He basically was so strung out on sex and drugs and rock and roll that he was just desperate and very impressionable. He said, whatever book somebody would have given me for my birthday, I would have done whatever it said. He was just hurting, and he was lucky to get away with his life probably and not overdose like everybody else. I think Granny got muted for typing, oh, the baggy company. That could be, my dear. Sorry, I had to get my daughter a snacky snack. And I should do my little, everything I say is simply my opinion for the sake of hoping to start a conversation, open up a discussion, learn something, be educational. All of my videos are made for the tube of you and me. And it's an infotainment platform. Wow, Granny is in the corner. This is my alt Granny. Gray pubes pestered me off. I love that you call him that. Oh, friendly snake. That is so funny. And then 69. That's even funnier. Okay. Bal-eyed. Oh, Bal-eye Sin Oliga. Bal-eye Sin Oliga. Did I say it right now? Bal-eye Sin Oliga. Bal-eye Sinaliga. Bal-eye Sinaliga. Did I do it right now? We're not supposed to say it, right? But we're doing it anyway. Yeah, Cat Stevens went all Quran on us. Yes, he was an amazing artist. But yeah, I didn't know that he was doing the whole sex, drugs, rock and roll like all the other rock stars. Because you would think with that kind of music that he wrote that he was above all of that he was too good for that. But he was in it just as bad as the rest of them. They put you in the corner, Annie. What country did he go to? Do you remember? Now I'm all curious. Cat Stevens. Let's see if it'll tell me. It's taking me to Apple Music. That's not what I want. And then we'll get back to that Adam Mockler thing. 1 second. So, I didn't know he was British. But what country did he go to? I know that did he go to Israel? Is that where he went? That's what I'm wondering. I'm thinking he went to Israel, huh? And then returned. I gotta know. Where did he go and return? It's not telling me. Let me see. Do you guys know? Was it Israel? I know that it was Islam, but let's see what. It's very important to me. Oh, he moved to Brazil? No. Let's see. Wikipedia, what do you got for me? So he converted to Islam in 1977. And then he auctioned his guitars for charity. Is it not going to tell me where he went? It's not telling me where he went. You would think it would. It's like his early life, his musical career, and then tuberculosis, what? And then meditation and yoga. So he had TB, the height of his popularity. And then oh, I didn't know he was romantically linked with Carly Simon. And all of that success. Then he went to Australia. And then his religious conversion. Oh, he nearly drowned off the coast of Malibu in 1976. And so when he studied the Quran, converted to Islam, and then, well, he got married in London in 1979. Okay. So was he just in London? Is that where he was living during that time? Kind of seems like it. Oh, I forgot about all that controversy with him, the DEATH. I'm getting tired. To Rushdie. And if any of that rings a bell to you guys, he was denied of entry into the U.S. in 2004. And he went back to the U.K., Department of Homeland Security. He was on a watch list. 2006. Then he was allowed back in the country. Man, he's had a lot of trouble. What a pain in the butt things have been for him, huh? That's what happens when you get famous, I guess. Return to music. Okay. I'm not going to understand all of it. It's all very complicated. I'm going to have to like read a book or something. Abu Dhabi, the UAE. This is just so confusing. It just goes on and on and on forever. Okay, I gotta be done with this and see what you guys are doing. He's very worldly. Let's just say that. Okay, sorry about that. Demon Bags. That's a really good name for that brand. That's so cute. Who made that up, Billy? Did you make that up? Demon Bags. That is. They are. They are. I was showing one of them, and I just want to go back and do it again, even though they'll probably cut me off again. Will they? This is insane. You've probably seen this, Billy, darling. If it's going to allow me to go there again, let's see. I missed it. I never saw any of this crap. Trigger warning. That's the demon bag. Like, that is supposed to be a teddy bear, and it's supposed to be a purse. Give me an effing break. Give me an effing break. And then to have the ad campaign with like that artifact by itself is bad enough. But then to have it hanging between somebody's legs as they're running away from something in the mud without any clothing on, like, what kind of crazy are you? As if anybody is going to go, oh, I want one of those bags. Like, obviously they're not trying to sell bags. It's a whole different thing. Like, that is effing disgusting. But I really appreciate Annie bringing that to my attention. Okay. Jazz Page, this live isn't showing up, but Annie and Snake, yes. On Jazz Page, this live isn't showing up. I can see Ruler and Snake. Oh my goodness. And let's see. Agree, demon bags, and we're going to finish that Adam Mockler video. That's weird AF. What's going on with your other avatar? Let's see. I like put my finger on the screen. I was trying to scroll the live chat. Definitely getting tired. It's almost 11. And it's weird that I've got my computer plugged in, but it seems like the battery is getting low even while it's plugged in. It's totally plugged in. It doesn't say that it's gonna like turn off or anything, but you know, I'm just trying to stay ahead of that trouble. Okay. Yeah, I didn't either till now. I truly thought all this time he literally became a righteous man. I know, me too, Patricia. But yeah, he was just he was just running from himself, really. His life was a hot mess, is what he um relayed in the interview that I saw of him when he kind of came back from off the grid, that he was just like out of control crazy, and he just lost his crap, and he was like kind of had a nervous breakdown, really, like that he just like didn't know which way was up, like he was just lost. And that book kind of like just gave him some kind of rudder to guide him somewhere, you know. He just needed guidance, and that just happened to be the book that somebody gave him for his birthday. I believe him. It sounds like a believable story to me. Different algorithm for each, but currently Granny is shadow banned from seeing this live. Well, because you were the one that was influencing us to look at that crap, right, girl? Sorry, hun. Were you able to read the comment I made about Ben Midas during a piece on Ivanka? Yes, I did read that one, Patricia. Thank you. You're talking about from the last live, right? Hi to all. Took a break. I'm back. Christine. Yeah. And you probably know that last live got cut off when we were talking about stuff that maybe we shouldn't have been talking about. Sinead O'Connor and Kate Spade and that other bag company, Demon Bags. Let's see. Let's not say it. I like Demon Bags. BB, you got her all hung up on Cat Stevens, LOL. That's so funny. I was a huge Cat Stevens fan in high school. Love Cat Stevens. And then, who was that other Morrison? Not Jim Morrison. Van Morrison, man. I didn't discover him until college. Amazing. Love Cat Stevens music. It wasn't me. Ball bags and demon bags. This Saturday night is getting long. Creepy AF, very creepy. I didn't know all that about Cat Stevens. He was likely associated with some suspicious people. Yeah, I bet he was. I mean, think about the music industry. It's got to be like he could have been hanging out with Little E. I mean, seriously, right? Seriously. Or those types anyway. I think I was in Mexico, took 3 years to approve my trusted traveler application. Cabo has many shady people, hard to not know naughty people. Yeah, I bet. That's a funny way to put it. Hard to not know naughty people. LOL, I was spelling his name wrong. Haven't listened to his music in ages. Yeah, it just takes you right back, doesn't it? Me either. Hey, Christine. Hey, Billy. Hey, friendly snake. Ball bugs. My sister loved Van Morrison. Oh, and my oldest sister loved Jim Morrison. Yeah, I loved them all. Definitely. I just couldn't believe that I hadn't heard Van Morrison until college. Like, how did that not get into my ears until college? I hope you're not Christine's Randall. That's funny, Patricia. Billy, Granny, Annie, Jazz Live, Friendly Snake. Okay. We've been yapping at you and hadn't said hey yet. Hey. Okay, so we're going to finish the rest of this Adam Mockler thing and then go from there. Let's see. I got it queued up. But volume. I need volume.
Iran is prepared to allow passage of the Straits of Hormuz. Will the Straits of Hormuz remain closed so long as this war continues?
Well, as a matter of fact, the Strait of Hormuz is open. It is only closed to the tankers and ships belong to our enemies, to those who are attacking us and their allies. Others are free to pass. Of course, many of them prefer not because of their security concerns. This has nothing to do with us. And at the same time, there are many tankers and ships who are passing through the Strait of Hormuz, and I can say that the strait is not closed, but it is only closed to American, Israeli, ships and tankers, and not to others.
Sorry for that, you guys. Don't you hate the ads? They're so stupid. They're just moronic. There, skip. Okay.
Prices rise. The price of everything rises because goods cost money to ship. And ideally, you want the shipping cost to be as low as possible. But when transportation fees are jacked up because oil prices are up, then everything costs more. Secondly, that is only compounding on the health care that millions of Americans are lacking after the ACA subsidies expired. Thirdly, that is only compounding even further on the $1,000 per year tariff fee that Donald Trump imposed on American families, which is reportedly going to be about $1,600 this year. All of these things combine, compound. Unemployment is up. Inflation is up. Trump's economy is an absolute mess. And what are they doing? Getting us into wars and saying the dumbest things possible. Listen to this clip of Pete Hegseth saying the only thing prohibiting transit in the Strait of Hormuz right now is Iran shooting at the shipping. Like, what? Let's listen to this.
The only thing prohibiting transit in the Straits right now is Iran shooting at.
Well, you got to remember this guy is like drunk off his arse much of the time. And I don't even know if it bothers his boss in the slightest. I mean, who would hire this guy to begin with? And then who would keep him around? Personally, I think that maybe Donnie's got a crush on him.
It is open for transit should Iran not do that.
The only thing preventing me from being a chef right now is that I can't really cook. I don't really know how. Should I learn how to cook? I am a chef. Like, yeah, that's the fundamental thing that separates the Strait of Hormuz being open from it being closed. Ships being shot at is a pretty big deal. Like, did I hear this right?
The only thing prohibiting transit in the Straits right now is Iran shooting at shipping.
The only thing preventing me from piloting this plane right now is that I don't know how to fly. Yeah, that seems like a pretty big deal, Pete Hegseth. This entire administration is full of idiots who have pissed off our allies. Check out French President Emmanuel Macron. In this clip, you hear a female translating what he's saying.
In no case should an increase in the price of oil lead us to change our position with regard to Russia. That is the position of the G7 and, of course, that of France and Europe.
Okay, so France, Europe, and the other countries in the G7.
Man, it's just a freaking mess. They've made a mess of our world. These dictators that want to divide it into three parts and be like the trifecta of world leaders. So now it's saying that my energy saver is on. WTF? Why is it not charging? That is so weird. Okay, maybe it's got a better connection now. We better hurry this up in case it doesn't, but I think it does. I think it's charging now. Let's see. Oh, where are you guys? Anna Bees, I can loan you one of mine for 2 months, nude or black. Banned from chat, so she used her other handle. Y'all, I'll tell you right now, I can only wear sports bras nowadays. Oh, I know. I got such an issue with bras. I have too many bras. I hate bras. But yeah, it's important to have good ones. Okay, I got it. Thread Up knows me all too well. I have huge boobs. I know, I do too. I mean, I try to hide it. I'm like a 40D or double D. I try to like, that's why I wear black a lot. I don't like to show it off. It's not my thing. I have Honey Love. No wires is my motto now. Oh, those Honey Loves, those look really good. I've seen ads for those.
7 just put a hard line. They said, we don't care if oil prices are increasing. Under no circumstance will we ease sanctions on Russia and give them more money, more funds, tens of billions more dollars so they can use that money to revive their economy, help their oligarchs, and strike Ukrainians even further. Oh, and give intel to Iran. So I'm going to end this video how I started it. Donald Trump has set off the most chaotic chain of events possible, and it is so self-defeating. He spikes oil prices by starting a war, then lifts sanctions on Russia, then Russia helps Iran elongate this war, continues to give them intel, and now other countries are saying, hey, we do not want to help them. And now, after Donald Trump gave a middle finger to allies who were trying to help, who were sending tankers, who wanted to open the Strait of Hormuz because we all have a shared vested interest in it, he now, after telling them to F off, needs their help. I'm going to leave it there. Countries are going to continue to abandon us if we act like an asshole. We are no longer going to be a military strength on the global stage or economic strength if we continue to act like this, if Trump continues to act like this. I love you all. Peace out.
Yeah, Anna Bees, that's hilarious. You said, OMG, Jazz, that's my size. It doesn't surprise me. I swear we're like twins or something, right? And then, yeah. No more wires. Wires are the worst, are they not? Poor Fred, jock straps. Do we need to give equal time? I did send Fred an email, so we'll see if we get a response. I hope he's all right. It's got me worried. Like, at first I just figured he was just busy with other stuff. I hope our friend is all right. Billy, I've been wearing sports bras forever. I decided I want to check this bra out. It doesn't have wires. Do you guys remember the first sports bras? I called them uniboobs. Those were the worst. Absolutely the worst. Okay, so I was going to play the video that I linked up in the description. The interview with Terri Moran from today from MS Now, where he gets cut off because he's saying something that they obviously don't want him saying. It's so obvious because he's talking about the president. So let me see if I can delete that. Yes. Okay. And go into this one. And there's a 4-minute timestamp. Oh, and you know what? Before I play the Terri Moran thing, let me play you this song that I have linked up in the description of the live from earlier. And it's like a 6-minute track. Didn't you send it to me, Annabise? And it's so good. I think I talked about it, but I don't think I played it. And even if it demonetizes me, I don't care. Let's just go ahead and play it.
I never wrote you up and calling. Yeah, I voted for you last time. Cause I thought that you were honest. No, not honest, but maybe less a liar than your bullshit critics. It honestly pains me to have to put your bitch ass on the bitch list. Hello, President of Peace, who said he just wanted to see all of the dying. Stop the spying, stop and drain the swamp bigly. You said the deep state would be shaking. We didn't know that would mean shaking your hand for all you've done is spanking babies' enemies. But done it seems like things are different than you swore that they would be. It's been a decade since you ran on, we should lock a pillory. And now she's implicated with billing your fatal friend Epstein. And now suddenly you're silent when she skips a court hearing. Man, just be honest, you bitches all on the same fucking team. Because it's a matter of fact, you are hired for exactly that. To lock up the criminal enough running the country, yeah. We had it back the whole damn time. You were at least pretending that you were a victim of all the fake media. Dinosaur hypocrites, feminists, raging the leftist hysteria. Russia gate, piss tape, stolen elections, endemics, and Stormy Daniels' very expensive tits. Yes, they were wrong. Yes, you were right in a lot that you said we believed at the time. But now that you got all the power, the tower above all the leeches, you cower to please your donors and demons and marks of the beast, because you think they can save you, but now you're on your knees. You were supposed to be different. We love you up until you prove you were the same. But we're a martyrdom complex. Notice it. The dissidents again pissed at you.
Here, I'll pause it for a second. It's not Upchurch. It is from Robots, ROBOTZ. And it's from a channel called The System Is Down. It's titled Donald Diss Track, Donald Trump is a Bitch. And it is linked up in the description of my live from earlier tonight. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing it because it's so effing good. Do you guys love it so far? But yeah, I put the link in the description so you can watch the whole thing on your own too. Yeah, I know. I was so happy when Anna B sent me this. I was so happy that I didn't miss it. And I can't believe it only has like 24,000 views. It should have like 24 million views. Let's see.
Hope is addictive. Yeah. I don't mean to be mean, but I got a lot of fit into this, and I wish you wouldn't have brought us in yourself. But the hell, I gotta believe you when you say you don't need my vote. I voted for peace, I voted for reach, and results from in the Middle East. I voted for Russian and Turkey on day one. I voted for justice for every unique victim of COVID and Epstein. And Joe Biden's been in Civil War II or World War III, but it seems all we got was another old white female dude in the same damn ring. Betray base for power and fame, or you might get JFK. Don't lose your head, would be a shame to see the beautiful ballroom. Splatter painted, yeah, we know the stakes are high. With some big bold choices to make. And honestly, man, thanks for us. For real, we're proud of you, that's great. But since then, you've been crashing out and cashing in. It's tough to take. You are serious now, I suppose for me. Down to your friend. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Like, how am I supposed to pretend? Elon didn't already call your bitch ass out on this, like, fuck yes, we're still talking about your fucking pedal piece of ring. Every fucking politician in our fucking country seem to be all implicated in, like, we're just all supposed to think it's normal for our government to sometimes diddle little kids. And bro, no, but so you know what? Bohemian Grove is the baggiest basements in the ever been. You pretend you're one of us, but you one with them above the law like Joe Biden. You said you lock him up for robot play. You said Obama was a traitor and nothing happened to him. You say you'll make our country great someday. You'll lock up all the sinners. You had more wars in this year than all your failed marriages. But bro, don't worry about the evangelicals. There's no Biden because dispensationalism already convinced them that Jesus Christ is a Republican and Trump is a Christian. How are we to act like it ain't obvious? But suddenly it seems you're best friends with Lindsey Graham, Jeb Bush, Mike Pence, and Hillary. And all your haters done you feeling okay. And also your base doesn't seem to like when you flip on them, then flip them off and send their sons to die for foreign aid. I gotta hand it to you, man, you played the perfect patsy puppet to convince me after everything there might be someone coming. But you're just another bitch boy, bastard, Sayamar, complex, retarded, complex, Italianistic, neocon with tiny hands and even smaller fists. Insistent now we take him serious as he flows a fist while stealing planets, whaling presidents and planet for a random breathing next to top of BB's benefit while Americans wait patiently for America to be great again. It's nice of you to finally put someone over yourself. We wish it could be we the people, but it's clearly Israel. I hope you get a medic before you let it get so pathetic that you just hand it to the Dems. So fuck it, if you can find a way to not just bend over and take it down. I honestly don't give a fuck who is when you're the fucking same. Afraid you'll be impeached at the time, bitch. You finally deserve it. I wish it wasn't so, but I haven't even mentioned and now you turn on Thomas Massey, Rand Paul, and then Marjorie Taylor Greene. It seems that anyone who still agrees with the message of your own campaign, oh, now the end, oh, baby, it's not this soon. Even you should hate you now, do what you're told and burn.
Okay, even you should hate you now. Do what you're told and burn the whole world down. These lyrics are freaking amazing. And what was the thing that he just said? Let me rewind it for a second. Let's see.
It seems that anyone who still agrees with the message of your own campaign, oh, now the end.
Yeah, anyone who disagrees with, anyone who agrees with the message of your first campaign is now your enemy. Brilliant, brilliant freaking lyrics. It's almost done.
Even you should hate you now, do what you're told and burn the whole world down. Even you should hate you now, do what you're told and burn the whole world down. You back in 2016 would be your enemy. You back in 2023 would be your enemy too. Do that down, we voted for and hate your fucking guts. So pardon me for carving this golden calf up. I never bow to New York Democrat on Epstein's account with the words of an infant in a tantrum to cow. Who goes like an idiot and the murders all the innocent. So what's a motherfucker even do with the truth now? Guess I let it out till the apple lost that too. Any minute now. You were supposed to be different. We loved you up until you proved you had a stand. Complex, no descent, the dissidents are getting pissed in your plan. Yeah, we want the stupid ass kiss and we said fight to another Democrat bitch. I guess that opens addictive and I hold on, never fall for this again. Hope you'll never fall for this again. Oh, you know. We'll never fall for this again. Hope you know we'll never fall for this again.
It's a really good song. OMG, Anna Bees. Where did you find that? So I think it only came out like 2 months ago. 1 month ago. Let's see when it was. January 27th was when this video was made. Yeah, freaking amazing. But that's just the channel that has it. The System is Down channel. I don't know if they're the people that made the song in the video. But anyway, yeah, thank you for entertaining me to play that entire thing. It's kind of long. It's like 6 minutes, 20 seconds, but it's so good. It reminds me of Eminem, of course. And also reminds me of John McLemore. Let's see. It's us against the 1%. Hell yeah, don't leave anyone out. I know on the video, they did such a good job. I mean, again, it was made, or the video was dropped on January 27th, but it seems like it could have been made like yesterday. It's like so up to speed with everything going on right now. Super rich people are selfish and greedy and mean. Yeah, money corrupts often. All the sides. Yeah, exactly, Billy. Exactly. For reals. Eat the rich. Actually, I don't like that saying anymore. No, but I mean, just tongue in cheek, of course. Yeah, but I can see why you don't like it because it's like a little too real. It's what they fear. We all need to stand up against them. Fear the most. I be gagging and spitting them out. Hell to the yabbies. All right. So let me get to that one video that I've been talking about all night where they cut out part of what Terri Moran said. And that video that I just played is linked in the description of the long live from earlier tonight. And here is the MS Now interview with Terri Moran. Queuing it up. Come on, advertisement. Get to a place where I can skip you, please. Oh, we got Puppy Dog trying to get in. Okay. So let's take it to about the 4-minute mark, the interview with Terri.
Politics is to say something and force tens of millions of people to believe it, right? The 2020 election was stolen. He's the greatest everything in the history of this universe and every other possible universe. And a lot of people buy it. It's made him president twice. Mm-hmm. He can't do that in war because the enemy gets a say. And we're sending Marines from Japan. We're sending terminal high altitude.
There you go. You can't do that in war because the enemy gets a say. And then we don't know how much is cut out. That is effing crazy. That is some serious censorship. Let's do that one more time. I'll take it back just a few seconds earlier.
Worth of rhetoric about what's happening with this war that he started 3 weeks ago this morning.
Well, Trump's magic power in domestic politics is to say something and force tens of millions of people to believe it, right? The 2020 election was stolen. He's the greatest everything in the history of this universe and every other possible universe. And a lot of people buy it. It's made him president twice. Mm-hmm. He can't do that in war. Because the enemy gets a say, and we're sending Marines from Japan. We're sending terminal high altitude defense systems from Korea. We're stripping military assets from other parts of the world to get into this fight.
And that's so important. I've heard a lot of people talking about that. We're stripping our military assets from other places in the war to have this fight. So I won't play you any more crap off of my phone, but isn't that kind of gross the way it cuts out? And then you still see his mouth moving, but I have a feeling that they clipped out more than just the few seconds. And his last words before the clip was something to the effect of, you can't do that in war because the enemy has a say. And it's ironic, too, because they're not letting Terri Moran have a say. Jazzy, you didn't read my first comment. Which first comment? What you talking about, girlfriend? Let me see. Fear the most, that one. Eat the rich. Did I miss something? What did I miss? Cupcakes. Guys, didn't she read the compliment? She didn't read the compliment. Well, maybe it was... Did I not see it? I'm wondering if it didn't show me the compliment. Oh yeah, I did see it. I didn't see it, but it is here. Jazzy, I just noticed as you were listening to the song that you look exceptionally lovely on this Saturday night. You are too sweet, my dear. Thank you. And thanks for making me go back, because I wasn't being bashful and just not reading it. I missed it. My eyeballs missed it. That is super sweet. Let's see. Scott Besson. Oh, he's such a gross weirdo. Yeah, I was playing him last night, wasn't I? Was giving a speech and got called off stage by the president. Right. I played that, girlfriend. But let me read your comment. Scott Besson was giving a speech and got called off stage by the president. He came back and said something about maybe bringing back the draft. Well, and he said specifically that he had kids and that he would trust the lives of his kids with what? Kash Patel and Pete Kegsbreath. I mean, seriously, I don't think so, unless you don't really like care too much about your kids. Give me a break. What was that? Trying to think. There was some MAGA politician who meant to say "give me a break," but they said "give me something else really stupid." It was hilarious. You guys remember, don't you? Let's see. MAGA politician who said, "Give me a..." Was it Ted Cruz? Or was it Mark Wayne Mullen? You guys remember what I'm talking about? Like, they meant to say "give me a break," but they said something else, and it was hilarious. I'll get caught up on your comments, but maybe one of you can put it in there if you remember. MAGA politician who meant to say "give me a break." What did they say, though? It was so funny. You guys know what I'm talking about, don't you? It's not telling me. I need you guys to remember for me. It doesn't want me to know. AI is trying to hide it because it was so funny. Give me a break. Oh, Patricia, she will. Oh, to read the compliment. Who is this again? Oh, okay. Terri Moran. Yeah. Right. And he was the guy who had that 50-minute interview in the Oval Office where they had the MS-13 on the knuckles, and Donnie was like swearing that the little actual digits and letters were tattooed on the guy's knuckles. And Terri was trying to explain to him that your staffers put those initials there so that you would know what each of the pictures stood for, the M and the S and the 1 and the 3. And they got into a big fight about it. It was nuts. It was so freaking crazy. So good. LOL. Apparently you will. The whole wide world, us having their say right now, along with the enemy. Oh yeah, you did say that last night. I have short-term memory loss. That's okay, Anna Bees. I thought maybe you just missed that part. But yeah, I mean, it's worth bringing it up again because Scott Bessent is one of the worst sycophants in the cabinet. Like, there's something deeply disturbed in that individual. He's a very sick puppy. I mean, for a long time, I've thought that he was just going to like keel over dead from all of his anxiety. Seriously. I was like, man, he's about to black out. He's about to have a heart attack or something. You didn't read B's response to my comment. I didn't. I'll go back. Let me see. How far back was that? Oh, Annabelle said, Patricia, she really does look lovely tonight. Oh, you guys are the sweetest. You're too nice. You're just buttering me up. So that I'll be your date on this Saturday night, right? Thanks for being my date. It is getting late. It's almost 11:30, but at least my battery's not going down anymore. It's coming back up. And we've been on for a whole nother hour. So it's so fun hanging out with you people. You guys are the best. So let me get all caught up. But what was that politician who said, give me a break? But he said, give me a something else. And it was so stupid and so funny. It was a few months ago. Let's see if any of you guys have it in the chat. If I can get all caught up. I don't remember. Little T is such a moron. Did you guys hear that Ellen DeGeneres got caught on a hot mic saying babies tasted like cream cheese? Are you effing kidding me, Patricia Moss? When was this? Ara! Woohoo! Look at that. Ara in the house. What's happening? I need to get some chapstick on my lips. Luckily, I have my beverage still, and I don't have to go to the bathroom, which is amazing because, I'm like an old lady when it comes to having to go to the ladies' room very often. That's what happens from having 4 kids, even though they all came out cesarean. Thank goodness, because I have giant babies. I don't know if I've shared that with you guys. I probably have once or twice. All of my babies would have been 10 pounds each if they went full term. My first baby was 10.7, and then all my other babies were 9 pounds and some ounces. The littlest one was like 9.3. And that's the boy who's in the Navy now, who's like 6'1" and built like a polar bear. The one who's a daddy, the one who has a little baby boy, my grandbaby, who's about to turn 1. Give me a joke. Patricia, you are on it. Give me a joke. Who was it who said it? Who was it who said it? Oh, thank you, dear. You're the bomb. That was so funny. Give me a joke. He was all mad. Oh my goodness. Who said it? Who was it? The politician. It's, again, it doesn't want us to know. It's totally trying to hide it. Give me a joke. Politician. Is totally trying to hide it. Politician who said it. Come on. Who said it? It is so hiding it. It's trying to scrub it. But you guys remember. OMG. I can't believe that they're trying to scrub it. I can't believe. So who was it who said, yeah, the cream cheese? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Yes, Ara, darling. Patricia, nauseating makes her girlfriend's avatar robot burning accident more suspicious, in my opinion. Yeah, that whole thing with Anne Hesh was crazy bizarre. Crazy bizarre. Long time no see, Christine says to Ara. Good to see you. You were pre-diabetic pregnancy only. Wow. I had gestational diabetes in my second pregnancy and in my fourth pregnancy, but not in the first and not in the third. So, yeah, gestational diabetes is no fun, but I was able to manage it just with diet and exercise. That's where I learned how to eat right. Like, you're supposed to eat protein every time you eat. Every single time you eat, you should eat protein. It doesn't matter if you're diabetic or not. That's just the way it is. And one of the, keeping your glycemic index, like I never understood a glycemic index until I sat down with a nutritionist the first time I was diagnosed with the gestational diabetes. You just don't want your sugars to spike, which is why you eat protein, because that like stabilizes your sugars, and fat will also stabilize your protein. So like doing fat free or low fat is actually not healthy because blood sugar, and look at how our country has so much diabetes, and we all went through like the fat-free phase and the low-fat phase, and that was really unhealthy. So do the full fat, do high protein, full fat, in my opinion. But it depends. If you have some certain health issues, that's not going to be helpful. It's going to be counterproductive. Hope life is treating you good, Ara. Nope, I'm not kidding. She said it a while back, but it just came out a couple of weeks ago. Oh, the thing, the hot mic about babies taste like cream cheese. Well, and that fits with like all of those Epstein emails. Didn't they talk about the cream cheese a lot? Ugh, that's insanity. I mean, I like cream cheese, but not that much. Oh my God, these people are so sick. Like, that's a human, that's a baby. You're supposed to take care of them. It's supposed to be instinctual to not want. I mean, I always joke about eating them because they're so scrumptious and delicious looking. You can't help but joke about like putting butter and sugar on them, nibbling their little tiny toes like little pieces of corn. But just kidding around. Come on. The guy that took over what's her name's job recently. Guy that took over what's her name's job recently. Whose job was it? The one who said, give me a joke. Give me a joke. It wasn't the guy who took over Pam Bondi's job. I mean, I don't know who else has been replaced in the cabinet or anything. You know, the lady who shot her puppy. Oh, Kristi Noem. Okay, so the guy who took over Kristi Noem's job, it is that guy. It is the guy with the two names, Marky Mark, or what's his name? Gary Mark Mullins. What is his name? Yeah, he is the one who said it. You are correct. You win the prize. Ding, 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 ding. Patricia, you're so smart. Okay. How come I can't think of his name? Mark Mullins. Mark Wayne Mullins. Yes. It's the best quote in the world. Give me a joke. He was so mad when he said it too. Let me play it for you if I can. I'm sure there were a ton of good memes about it. Give me a joke. Mark Wayne Mullins. And yeah, he was one of the people that I mentioned when I was trying to figure it out. I was like, was it him? And is it really not going to give me any okay. I think it's here. No, maybe not. Yeah, the misspoke was really good. He does a lot of misspokes. So yeah, there's a lot of good quotes. But where's a little clip of him saying, give me a joke? He's a nut job. And then that thing when he was like trying to fight somebody in the Senate, and Bernie Sanders had to stop them. He's like, come on, dudes, we're senators. Give me a joke. Mark Wayne Mullins saying it. in a video. Come on. You can do this. No, it's just going with the misspoke thing. Stupid AI. They're trying to hide it. That's what I'm thinking. But I'll find it for you guys. Or if you guys find it and want to email it to me. Anyway, it's late. I'm all loopy. I'm just happy to be here with you guys. And especially when you give me such high compliments. It's the lighting. If you want to see me looking my worst, watch the 1-minute video that I did in front of the Miami County Courthouse. With natural lighting, you look like crap. It's hilarious. It is so funny. Like, it changes everything. Your skin texture, the shape of your head. I mean, lighting is, it's wild what it does. It is wild. So yeah, that crap about Ellen DeGeneres is just disgusting. Disgusting. That is insane. Mark Wayne dummy face. That's cute, Billy. Let's see. What else did I miss? I missed a few things. How did I miss so much? I don't know what happened. Okay, you know, the lady who shot her puppy. Yeah, it's hard to call her a lady, isn't it? The one who was boinking her employee in the Mile High Club on the taxpayer's dime. Life is currently scary right now. Isn't it nuts, my dear? I'm so sorry. And especially, like, I think being a teacher, I mean, my sister's a teacher, and her husband's a teacher. And yeah, it's nuts. It is nuts. I bet Ellen did it, the Anne Hesh. You know, she could have paid somebody to sabotage her car. I mean, that type of accident, like the car being out of control, like they could have messed with the steering and the accelerator. I don't know. And also a remote control. Like, you know, Elon is the one who admitted that he can remotely control any of the Teslas that are out there, like the one that Mitch McConnell's wife's sister was driving that night. So some of these cars can be controlled remotely, and I'm sure Anne Hesh was driving a very new car when that happened. That was a really bizarre situation. And Jazz, my daughter, first baby, was 10 pounds, 13 ounces. Anna B's, we're like sisters, I swear. It is cray-cray, isn't it? We both almost passed. Oh, yeah, me and my daughter, we had a very rough situation. It could have gone bad, but we had great OB swoop in, because I was actually going through a midwife, and it became an emergency, like a real bad emergency. My son was 8 pounds, 15 ounces, and he was born at 37 weeks. Right. That's huge at that gestational period. He would have been 10 or 11 pounds also if he went full term. I mean, that's full term technically, right? 37 weeks is considered the beginning of full term. He is always putting his foot in his mouth. Mark Wayne, you know, I used to love the saying, the only reason I ever open my mouth is to change feet. I really identified with that. And, you know, I feel like maybe I've gotten a little bit better as I've gotten older. I open my mouth for other reasons than just to change feet. Ara, for sure, very scary. I've missed you. Yes, we have all missed you, darling. Friendly Snake says, Anna, wow, big babies. My twins, 5.5 and 4.15 at 8 months 35 minutes apart. My son, 9 pounds. Natural births. Oh my goodness. Because, yeah, with the twins, that's like almost 10 pounds of baby right there. That is insane. Girl. Because you're little, aren't you? Friendly snake? I think because I've seen pictures and videos of you on your channel, the Granny Annie is Traveling Again channel, and you seem like you're a smaller person. Like, I don't know, petite. Right? Patricia says Luke, when he said Gavin sucks at being number one. That's funny. Patricia, I agree. He needs to get his shit together. You know, the guy who said Gavin sucks at being number one. Was that Mark Wayne also? Mark Wayne Dummy Face. I like that name, Billy. That's hilarious. Dummy Face. He is really dumb. He is really moronic. Let's see. Yeah, ding, 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 ding. This timeline is crazy. I know this time that we're living in is insane. And I've looked more into that God particle that you guys were talking about and that whole thing with time bending. So, you know, they wanted to call the scientists that discovered the God particle literally wanted to call it the goddamn particle. But that wasn't allowed, obviously. But calling it the God particle really like attributes ideas to it that are misappropriated. So, it is fascinating, though. I'm so glad you guys brought that up. You guys bring up the coolest stuff in the chat. That's what makes it so fascinating. Oh, good. It's not just me, Patricia, that what hates that guy. What is happening? Okay. It does. Maybe if we all jump in the air at the same time, it'll reset. That's adorable, Annabes. Nah, everything is off kilter, it seems like. Well, this freaking war and just like how this person got into office and how he's not put in a straitjacket yet. Like, it's ludicrous. It's beyond ludicrous. Okay, the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, jump. It didn't work. LOL. I jumped. I forgot to. Held my boobs and hopped right here. Patricia. Yeah, I was going to say underwires are the worst from the conversation earlier about the brassiers. Underwires are evil, 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 evil. I don't have a bra on. I would probably get a black eye. Yeah. I used to actually sleep in a bra, you know, just like a nice loose fitting one, because the girls just get so annoying. So annoying. I know, right? It's smarts. Did sis and bro-in-law share board asking them to offer transing? Friendly snake, what? Did sister and brother-in-law share board asking them to offer like transporting? Sister and brother-in-law? Tell me what you're talking about. Anne Hesh sitting up after being in a fire was mechanical, in my opinion. Robots telling you, oh, friendly snake. So yeah, I know the video footage that you're talking about. And it's weird. Like, why was there a drone videotaping looking down at her getting put into the ambulance? Unless it was the paparazzi, right? That would make sense that the paparazzi would be filming that. But I showed that to my husband, who's, you know, he's also an EMT, and he said that that can happen. It's like I don't know what he called it. I can't remember. Annabes might know. Billy might know. Like a auto reaction kind of thing. I don't know. Because yeah, that was so bizarre. So for anybody who doesn't know, I'll find a clip of it and put it in the description of the video. But or maybe I can even show it. The Anne Hesh sitting up in the ambulance. Let's see. Anne Hesh sitting up on gurney in ambulance on the stretcher. Here we go. This is just a 20-second video of it. Are you ready? And trigger warning for anybody who hasn't seen it. That's the stretcher, the gurney. They're about to put her in the ambulance. I don't know if you could see that at all. I couldn't really see it. Let's try let's try this one. This one's a little bit longer. Sorry for the noise. This is like 45-second video. So there's the gurney with her on it and the sheet over her. And then there, you see her sit up like that? Look at that. Look at that. Should we show that again? One more time. Oh, sorry, I didn't take it back far enough that time. This will be the last time I show it. It's so wild. So wild. Let me put the link. Oh, wait, it's showing it again. It's like in a loop. I'm going to put the link to this in the description of the video while we're talking in case anybody is like, whoa, I need to see that some more. Because it is super wild. Super duper wild. I like couldn't believe it the first time I saw it. Oh, I don't know if I can. Yeah, I should be able to put it in right now. There we go. And it is in. All right, save, done. Okay. And catching up with my friends. Where are you guys? So yeah, I'm not sure what you meant by that, Friendly Snakes, about the sis and brother-in-law share board asking them to offer transitioning. Okay, so Friendly Snakes says Anne Hesh sitting up after being in a fire was mechanical, in my opinion, robotic. Wasn't she in the fire for like an hour? I don't know why I want to say that I'm thinking that she was in there for a really long time. Because that seems impossible. Anne Hesh sat up on the gurney. What's that about? There were no burns on her. And again, I showed it to my husband and he said it's possible, but I don't understand how that can be. And maybe, like I said, maybe Annabise or Billy can explain it to help us understand. Did your midwife not know how big the baby was? Scary. The midwife did not know. And I kept telling that bitch that I was having an 11-pound baby. And she was like, oh, it's just because it's your first. I'm sure it's no bigger than 9. And it was 10 pounds, 7 ounces. But yeah, she was horrible. And, you know, I don't have any issue with having to have had a C-section. In fact, with a 10.5-pound baby, I would rather have a C-section. But, you know, for a midwife, it's like a failure for your client to have a C-section. And so she was trying to avoid it at all costs, putting my and my baby's lives on the line for her fucking political agenda. So that just like soured me so badly. I mean, I don't have anything against midwives, but I think that they need to be very honest and straightforward. Like there are certain situations where if you're in a hospital and you're having this medical situation or your baby's having this medical situation, it's not going to be a problem. It's like easy, it's routine. And some of those situations, if you're not in a hospital, it can cost you your life. And people, I think, really need to have that explained and spelled out so that they can make an informed decision about how they want to birth their child. And I knew some of that, but I didn't know. There was so much I didn't know with the first baby. There's still so much I don't know. And I have a good friend who's a midwife, and I think she's really good, and I would trust her with anybody. But I just felt like the midwives that I had in Seattle, they just thought they were all that in a bag of chips. Like they were like the little premier midwife team, and like they were like the they were like the designer handbags of the midwife teams, and they just thought they were so freaking cool, and they weren't. And they put me and my baby girl in a really bad predicament, but we came out of it just fine. I mean, not just fine. I told you guys I had like the postpartum psychosis. I was on so many drugs during the cesarean, and then after the cesarean, I was so strung out. I mean, it was like a Mack truck hit me. And then to be taking care of your first baby as you're recovering from like a major surgery is ridiculous. It was really rough. And I was just really mad at the midwives, and they thought that I was mad because I had a C-section. And I was like, you know, you're not even worth explaining it to. Just get the hell out of my life. So, yeah. But the OB that saved our lives, that performed the cesarean, she was awesome, and she delivered. So we got really lucky that we had her. She was the best. Okay, so Friendly Snake says, I'm 5'4" at 18 at Preggers. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you were 8. Were you 18 when you had the twins? I love this chat. Annabise, I love you, darling. Mercy is in retrograde. Oh no, not retrograde. Say it ain't so. I don't even know much about retrograde, but I know it's a thing, right? Where are we? Why does it do that? It like jumps. Friendly Snake says school boards have clubs, transgender, and large portion of students that trans were autistic wanting to fit in. My son's boys were constantly offered in Bay Area, California. Annie says, Anna B says, Annie, I really don't believe that schools are influencing kids to be transgender. No, I don't think so. I mean, I have kids in school, and I don't think that's a thing. But they do have the cat boxes in the back. No, I'm just kidding. The back of the classrooms, they have a cat box, you know. That whole thing was freaking ridiculous. And I understand you do not. Our friends Chubby granddaughter is now a boy, flipped in 7th grade, 2 secret club. My grandsons, I will never call liars. Well, sometimes it might be the kid that wants it done, and then they're not able to talk to their family about it. So I don't know. I mean, it's a divisive topic. And I think that every person's sexuality and gender identity is, it's sacred and it's unique. And it's terrible that sometimes people can't accept themselves the way they are. If they're feeling like they're gay or trans and they're not able to come out, or they're not able to get support for that, it's a really tough situation. A lot of people can't talk about that to their own families, but they can maybe talk about it to somebody at school. And I think that it gets bent out of proportion. I mean, freaking Donnie Two Dolls and his little Timmy goes to school and he comes back a girl. I mean, that freaking story is ridiculous. Like, nobody is doing surgeries at school. Nah, it ain't happening. I hope that was a joke, Anna Bees. Yeah, I don't know. Is this going off the rails, you guys? I have seen bodies move after they've passed. Yeah, completely. No, I'm not kidding. I don't think schools are influencing kids to be transgender. I think that it's more acceptable to be like bisexual and trans, and that I could see where some kids might fall into it that wouldn't necessarily if it wasn't being suggested. But I think that's a whole different kettle of fish. I know a lot of school teachers, Anna B says. Yeah, they're too busy teaching, keeping everything peaceful, trying to keep the peace. Nobody has time for like guiding kids down a crazy path like that. Friendly Snake said, my friend with a grandson now, they were not told kid was in her secret club until they had a therapist with her. She loved her pink dresses and braids in Cabo. Portland chubby did fit in. Wait, you guys don't really believe that propaganda? You are all joking, right? Or am I misunderstanding? Oh, let me get caught up. I don't think it's an auto response. I haven't seen one sit up. Yeah. When my husband said that, I was just like, can you explain? I love you called your midwife. Yeah, she should have been on to it. Yeah, she was horrible. The funny thing, so there's 2 of them. They were a team. And the one that I really liked was not, it turned out that the one that I really liked wasn't the better one of the 2. It was the one that I didn't like as much that in the end I did like. So yeah, you just never know. But like I said, the OBG was amazing. I loved her. And then I just went with OBGs because I found out that, you can get I felt like I had a very conservative midwife, conservative in that, that they only wanted to do midwifery, and that, they weren't very open-minded to that. That doesn't always work, obviously. And then you can get OBs that are very alternative and naturopathic and stuff. So yeah, I don't recommend an out of hospital birth for anybody. It's just not worth taking a chance. And like in Ohio, I don't even think they allow out of hospital births. You have your midwives at the hospital. So that I think is perfect. That's the way it should be, in my opinion. There's no reason to take chances. I mean, life is too precious. Okay. Let me see. But yeah, I love that I called her a bitch too. And I hope she saw this video. Yes. They said 1 hour. Patricia, what? Oh, right. That Anne Hesh was in there for an hour. Like, why? Why would it have taken an hour for them to get in there? That's nuts for firefighters to get in there. Even during cremation, I think muscle retraction. Patricia, there could be secret clubs off school grounds, but it's not being pushed in schools. But I am the only one saying that. I don't know what other people's opinions is. Other people's opinion is. Friendly Snakes says, my doctor said any other OB would have C-sectioned baby too, but Jehovah's Witness at the time, he didn't want me hemorrhaging and passing, no blood. Yikes. Yeah. Yeah. Twins is very tricky. Very, very tricky. I know somebody, in fact, it's my friend who's a midwife. She had triplets out of the hospital. She had 3 midwives. Actually, she had 4 midwives. She had one for her and one for each of the babies. And she had them at a hospital. So, because in Ohio, you can only have you're only supposed to have babies at the hospital. I think. I don't know now. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up, but I'm not going to pick up my phone. I'm going to get caught up with you guys, but Jehovah's Witness. Okay, I gave birth 2 months after I turned 19. They wouldn't nurse, and I was engorged. One had to stay in the NICU, jaundice. Oh, that is so rough, girlfriend. I am so sorry. My OBGYN wouldn't take my daughter's C-section, even though we wanted it because she was in danger and wasn't coming down. It was terrible. They had to resuscitate her. Oh, I'm so sorry, my dear. That's nuts. Supposedly, when she was in the hospital, the public was told she had third-degree burns all over her. Where were they when she sat up? The hospital. I know, Patricia. It's crazy with Anne Hesh. Let's see. Okay. Sorry for the dog barks in the background. ONG, this timeline is tripping me out. Ugh, I don't like it. The timeline, didn't I already read that? Or was that another comment that Billy Darling made earlier? I will say I'm glad when they have made laws to not change sexes until 18. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's different for different people. That's my opinion. Patricia, yes. Yes, all that was weird. Good night to all. It's been great. Have a good night. Any surgery would have to be approved by the parents. I guess it's Mercury's fault. Yeah, when did Mercury go retrograde? I misread Annabee's comments. Patricia says, I gotcha, I think. Okay, Patricia. Good night, Christine. Yes, good night, Christine, my dear. And what else? Get that little puppy dog to quit barking. I guess we could wrap up. It's like 3 hours of live, but I'm loving it. So thanks for being here with me, you guys. OMG, 3 with midwives. Okay, at hospital, teen pregnancy, high risk, twins, high risk, a-hole for a daddy. Yeah. So I take it you're not a Jehovah's Witness anymore. Granny Annie, it doesn't sound like a Patricia from what she said. And it is after midnight. Where's the pumpkin? There's the pumpkin. We shall all turn into pumpkins, right? Oh, you guys, I have my little other pumpkin with the mouse on it, but the dog got a hold of it and chewed on it, so I have to fix it and put it back with the pumpkin. My little Cinderella pumpkin. So yeah, we should wrap up. It's so late. We could just stay on forever and ever, right? But we all should go to sleep so that we can do it again tomorrow. Let's see. LOL, this timeline is cracking me up. You're funny. When you say timeline, I'm like, I don't know. You're talking about our timeline in our chat, or the timeline of what's going on in the world. Like, I think of it as what's going on in the world. That's terrible, Annie. Glad everything is okay now. Yeah. Friendly Snake says, Patricia, I'm never baptized. I would have taken blood if awake. I don't know. My mom had a judge on standby to authorize a transfusion. Yikes. What state were you in again? What state were you in when you had your twins at 19? The weather was nice today. Billy, it was really nice here in Ohio too. Tomorrow it's going to be even nicer. Tomorrow it's going to be like 70. And hopefully I can clean up outside because we had this crazy windstorm yesterday. Oh, and I did walk by the neighbor's house today that had the tree fall into the roof. It was pretty bad. It's a lot of damage. I hope she's got good insurance because it's going to cost a lot of money to fix it. But it's also going to be a royal pain in the butt. So, both of my sisters are Jehovah's Witnesses. Wow. Yeah, I don't know that much about it. The only thing I know about Jehovah's Witness is that they don't celebrate birthdays, right? And probably not Christmas either. I'm like doing my yoga, doing like a making myself into a ball. It's one of my yoga things. We about to have a crazy heat wave here in San Francisco Bay Area. That is crazy. It's only March. Crazy heat wave? Like, how crazy? So fun talking to you all. Weather was great here in the Midwest. Good night to all of you. XOX. Yes, I'm going to sign off because I got puppy dog scratching at the door and we've been on forever and I love you guys. And hopefully we will be able to do this, again tomorrow night, maybe. If not tomorrow, then certainly on Monday. But I like doing this every day if possible. It's not always possible. San Jose. Oh, that's where you were. You were California when that happened with the having a judge on standby. That is wild. That is so wild. So let me put my book out here. Let me push myself up because I'm in this big comfy chair and I am going to sign off. Love you guys. Drink your water, eat your protein and your veggies, and sleep tight. We'll see you soon. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button.